Hello, this is Steve Shaw, National Coordinator of Football Officials and Secretary Rules Editor. And today we're presenting the 13th in the series of our media videos for the 2020 season. And we're going to be focused on game action for the week ending December 5th. Now, before we get into our plays, we've been asked the question, what are the fouls that are most often called in a game? And so after 477 games, we're averaging 14.6 fouls per game. And the most common call in a game is false start on the offense. And we're averaging about 2.5 of those calls per game. Now, second is offensive holding at 2.25 per game. And then third, we really have a tie for defensive pass interference and offside on the defense. And both of those average about 1.5 a game. Now, an interesting fact is if you consider administrative fouls, so things like false start, defense offside, illegal formation, delay a game, free kick out of bounds, you get the idea. Those make up 41% of all fouls that are called. So if I'm a team and I want to make an impact on my penalties, that would be a great place to start. So with that, let's get straight on into our plays.
On our first play this week, we received a lot of questions as to why no 10-second runoff following the play. And what we're going to see, the offense is behind, they're backed up, 35 seconds left in the game. And then they're going to complete a long pass for a first down. And then you're going to see that the receiver is hurt. Now, we've got 26 seconds left, and the officials stop action for an injury. And so the rule book says that if there's a player injury and it's the only reason for stopping the clock with less than a minute and a half, the opponent has the option of a 10-second runoff. But in this situation, the injury wasn't the only reason we stopped the clock. We first stopped it for the first down. So there is no 10-second runoff in this situation.
Play 2 is a great illustration of a player safety rule on kickoffs, illegal wedges. Now what we're going to see is 98, he's going to retreat to about the 14-yard line, and he's going to form a double team block with number 44 of the receiving team. Now what the rule says is a wedge is defined as 2 or more players aligned shoulder to shoulder within 2 yards of each other, and that's what we have here. And so on free kick downs, that is not allowed. That's an illegal wedge. And it's important to note that this is a live ball foul whether or not there is contact between the opponents. The foul occurs when the 2 players come together, and that's the spot of the foul. Now, a couple final points of note. There's no foul for an illegal wedge formation if the kick is from an obvious onside kick formation, and also there's no foul for an illegal wedge on a kickoff that results in a touchback, a fair catch, or a foul for a free kick out of bounds. Play 3, we have a 3rd and goal situation. Quarterback's going to drop back to pass. He's under heavy duress, and he's going to get sacked. But as we look at a replay, we're going to see that we get a good holding call against number 3 of the defense by our side judge. And now we enforce this penalty. Now, what the rule says is during a forward pass play, when the pass crosses the neutral zone, if there's a foul against an eligible receiver beyond the neutral zone, the penalty includes an automatic first down. But this play was a running play, not a pass play, and so therefore the penalty does not include an automatic first down. Now, the head coach, he's going to come and ask for clarification, and this is well done by the head coach. This is how communications between coaches and officials should work. And so what you're going to see is the penalty is half the distance to the goal, and we're going to repeat 3rd down. Good work. Play 4, we have an onside kick situation late in the game, and the kickers are going to fake one direction, regroup, and kick back the other direction. That's legal, no issue there. And the kickers are actually going to go down and recover the kick, but we're going to have 2 fouls, 1 on each team on this play. So let's first look at the kickers. So by rule, you must have at least 4 players on each side of the kicker when the ball's kicked. And as you can see from the end zone view, there are only 3 players on the kicker's left side. So this is a foul for an illegal formation, a live ball foul when the ball's kicked. And this was really a player safety rule to prevent overloads on these onside kick situations that can be very dangerous. And finally, the receiving team is offside on this play. As you can see, as the kicker faked one way, the receiving team comes across, and then they try to get back, but when the ball's kicked, they're offside. So we have offsetting fouls here, and we're going to re-kick on this play. Play 5, we have a 3rd and 4 situation late in the game with the line to gain the 11-yard line. Now, the offense is going to hand off to number 20. He's going to cut back and drive for the first down. And the ruling on the field is going to be that the runner did indeed make the first down. And the clock is stopped with 59 seconds for the first down. And then it's going to be restarted after the offense is awarded a first down. Now, replay is going to look at this, and they're actually going to stop the game at 49 seconds. And replay comes in, and as you look at it, I don't think there's any question here. The runner is clearly down short of the line to gain. And so this is a good overturn by replay to not have the first down awarded, but actually put the ball down just short of the line to gain. It will be 4th down, and replay properly resets the clock to when the player was down. And you can see that's right at 1 minute and 3 seconds. And so if that were less than a minute, then we would have a 10-second runoff. But because it's reset to where the player's down, and that is just over 1 minute, we have no runoff. So we're going to set the play clock to 25 seconds, and the game clock and the play clock will start on the referee's signal. So very good job here. Play 6, we're going to get a pass down the left side numbers, and the receiver's going to catch the ball in full stride and have a breakaway for the goal line. But we can see from the line feed, he drops the ball very, very close to the end zone, and TV's going to give us some great views of this, and there is no question that this ball is loose before the player crossed the goal line. And so there's no question about that. But what we see is great work by the side judge. When we go back to the all-22, the high camera, what we're going to see is the side judge makes no call initially when the player crosses the goal line. He knows that ball is out early. But then you're going to see number 13 of the offense. He's going to come over and actually recover the ball, and then the side judge is going to go up with touchdown. So that's really good work. And then we finally get a view back from the pylon cam and let it run all the way through. And you're going to see from this view, no question, 13 comes over, recovers the ball in the end zone. So this is a touchdown for the offense. But if that ball had been loose and it had rolled out the back or the side of the end zone or touched the pylon, then it could be overturned and it would be a touchback. It would have been the defense's ball on the 20. Or if the ball just laid in the end zone and ultimately nobody recovered it, then replay could overturn it, but we'd put the ball back at the spot of the fumble and the offense would retain the ball. So very interesting play here. Our last play this week is going to illustrate a few of our rule changes from this year. So we get a punt, fair caught by number 19, but as he's jogging off the field, we notice something different. There's no name on the back of his jersey, and that's because he has changed from the digit 0 to the number 19, and this was announced by the referee, and it was done to avoid a duplicate number situation. But as he goes back to the sideline quickly, he's going to change back into his jersey with digit 0, so that was a new allowance this year to allow players to wear the digit 0. But also a second jersey now can be worn concurrently in order to allow this quick change. Now the change has to be announced again by the referee, but in previous seasons he would have actually had to change jerseys, but now he can wear a jersey concurrently to quickly change. And just as a final reminder, only 2 players on the squad can be assigned the same number, and this was to avoid many of these duplicate situations where we had 4 or 5 players wearing the same number and very difficult to identify. So interesting play to illustrate these rules. Well, that's it for our plays this week. I hope these were helpful, and we appreciate your time invested in watching these. And we appreciate your feedback. We want to continue to get that as we go down the home stretch. If there are any type areas you want to have highlighted on these videos, please share that feedback with us. So best of luck this week and stay safe and healthy.